This week on the Gold Standard, Carnival reveals the Getaway Zone, set to debut on the new Carnival celebration. Also, CDC is set to lift all of the inbound testing requirements as of midnight on June the 12th. Stay tuned for the Gold Standard. And welcome to another segment of the Gold Standard. I'm Arthur Wright, your travel consultant from Medallion Travels, the Gold Standard of Travel. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can make sure you stay up to date on all the latest travel news, from destinations to cruises to families to groups to any and everything that you can think of that you may want to do to get you away from that hustle and bustle of the everyday life. Carnival Cruise Line's next ship, the Carnival Celebration, is going to feature an entirely new feature. It's going to be an area that's going to have 2 decks, and it's going to celebrate the travel and excitement of exploring new destinations. It's called the Getaway Zone. The Getaway Zone is going to be an entirely new feature that you're going to see on on the Carnival Cruise Lines. And as their president, Kristen Duffy, said, they've designed this thing with the decor, and all of it's been inspired by a lot of their grand terminals, transportation stations, and all of their departure points around the world. Now, the entertainment, the dining, and the shopping zone, what it's going to feature is it's going to feature a promenade. It's going to be highlighted by 12 high-definition virtual multimedia windows, and they're all going to be displaying unique scenes. Now, the great thing about this is this thing is about 9.5 feet by 5 feet wide. And the windows, they're near like 100-foot LED ceiling, okay? And all of this is going to show all of this great information. Now, the great thing about it is in the daytime, all the guests, they're going to be entertained with some relaxing scenes, kind of like sunny sky. But at night, the zone's going to take on a very nightly theme. It's going to be kind of transporting you into like far off places throughout the world. And some of the theme nights include things like abroad in Europe, the Far East voyage, Mexico, Lindo. And so why was this created? Well, basically the Getaway was created to celebrate the enriching experience that we all get when we're traveling. Not only because of the destinations we travel to, but also because of all the different world cultures we get to explore and all these things. We have millions of people in Carnival who've come from around the world, to design this thing. And the great thing about it is this is going to be a representation of all of those millions of travelers that Carnival has had from around the world. And they want to basically create a welcoming environment while sailing to some great new places. Now, the great thing about the Getaway Zone, it's going to support the night theme. It's going to have from music to the drinks to the food to the entertainment to the activations offered. For example, on the Mexico Lindo night, so while the windows displaying and all the surrounding technology, guess what it does? It takes you on a journey through the ancient Mayan cities, the beaches, the lush jungles, all the magical towns, and you get to enjoy all the themed offerings like special margaritas, palomas, agave tastings. And all of this is going to be accompanied by some food item that's going to be tied to the evening's theme. So for exploring, like, say, South America night, as a sunset views over the Amazon and the Machu Picchu or the moonlit Rio de Janeiro sweeps the scenes, guess what? A Brazilian celebration is going to get everybody on their feet while they sip on their Sopranta, their Chilanto, or they indulge themselves in a theme bite. So when they've done all of these things and they designed those things, they wanted to make sure that there was something new and exciting to see every time a guest walks through this zone. So between day and night, between night and day, okay, there's always going to be something great to see. There's always going to be something great for you to be able to do while you're here. It's kind of having a getaway inside of a getaway. So if you want to find out more about this new feature that's going to be coming out on the Carnival's newest ship, hit me up. We'll be more than glad to give you all the information that we have, get your trip booked so you can go out and enjoy all of this great stuff that's going to be happening on one of Carnival's newest ships, the Carnival Celebration. They've gone through a total refabrication. There's a lot of new things on this ship, and it's going to be a great experience for everybody. Now, also coming up, guess what? The CDC. What did the CDC do? The CDC has finally lifted that inbound testing requirement. So as of midnight on June 12th, okay, as of midnight on June 12th, that inbound travel testing requirement will be lifted, okay? Basically, the Biden administration, they reported lifting the requirement that all travelers that are traveling, from U.S. and abroad, so if you go overseas someplace and you're coming back, right now you got to get a negative COVID test, okay, within 24 hours of flying into the U.S. from another country. What did that mean? Well, for some people, it was kind of scary because if you caught COVID while you're out there, then you could be stuck in that country for a while. So guess what? This new testing requirement that has now been lifted takes away that as of midnight, June the 12th. Okay, and it's going to be reassessed by the CDC and the prevention in about 90 days. Okay, so they're going to basically see how it's working. But hey, if you're traveling overseas, guess what? Now you don't have to worry about getting that last minute COVID test before you come back in the country. Okay, and what does this do? This makes another great step towards the recovery of our inbound air travel and coming back to the U.S. from all of these other countries. And believe me, I've heard the horror stories. I've even had a few clients that have gotten stuck in other countries because they caught COVID at the last moment. And as a result of catching COVID, they had to stay in their country a lot longer. Okay, good thing they had travel insurance, but they did have to stay in the country a lot longer and go through a lot of things that they normally wouldn't have to go through. So this is going to be a huge step in getting travel back to normal so that now when you're coming to the U.S. and you're coming back to the U.S. from an overseas port, you now don't have to worry about getting those COVID tests, okay? Because actually one of the recent surveys that I pointed out, said about a half of the international travelers, okay, pointed that pre-departure testing requirement, okay, that was a major deterrent for inbound travel, okay? So basically, a lot of people didn't travel because they didn't want to get over there, have to take the test coming back, find out that they got COVID, and now they can't get back into the country, okay? So now they're going to be stuck there for a while. So this is going to be a major step towards us getting back to normalcy in travel. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys have been cooped up. You want to go someplace, you want to get away, you want to experience something, and that's what we're here for at Medallion Travels. We're here to help you get to where you want to be so that all you have to worry about when you get there is having fun. This has been Arthur Wright coming to you from Medallion Travels, the gold standard of travel. Hey, tune in next week. We're going to have some more great information in our travel world and what's coming up new in travel, and we can't wait to share it with you. Be safe, have fun, and travel light.